mostly I'm here today to talk about having the month of November recognize the Sikh genocide that happened, and I will turn this over to my constituent to talk a little bit about that.
Thank you very much, Senator Austin. That's okay.
Please identify yourself.
Yes. So good evening, Mr. Chairman and all other committee members. I am SWARANJIT Singh KHALSA from City of Norwich. I am spokesman for Sikh Coordination Committee East Coast, which is umbrella organization of Sikh community with 85 gurdwaras known as Sikh temples. I'm also member of World Sikh Parliament, which we recently made to handle the situations of Sikh community. I'm here today to show my support towards the raised bill number 489, section new 86, attacked by the Senate and the House of Representatives, that governor shall proclaim November 1st every year as a Sikh Genocide Remembrance Day, to basically honor all the lives which were lost after October 31st, 1984. It went from November 1st to November 4th. The killing was during the month of November in India. And it's a very sensitive topic for Sikh community especially. And we have more than 500 affected families living in our state of Connecticut. Sikhism is the 5th largest religion. It's an entirely independent religion. And we are from state of Punjab, which is right now occupied by India. People who have been living in Connecticut, who they call Connecticut their home, we should understand that they are contributing in a very positive way, economically, socially, culturally. But they have gone through persecution and oppression, and that's one of the reasons they are living here. People here have suffered and experienced killing of their friends, family members in front of their eyes, just because the way they look. Just because they're articles of faith, just because they're long hair, just because they're iron bracelet. And they have seen their women raped in front of their eyes. Elders and children were killed during those days. What makes it so dark in this history of India, or I will say the whole world, that elected officials are the one who initiated this genocide. They are the one who excited the crowd to kill Sikhs all across the India. They used their power in a very wrong way to commit genocide, while they have sworn to the Constitution of India that they will protect their nation's citizens. So it is very shameful, but it's highly personal to me as well. I was born in New Delhi, which is the capital of India, and that's where the first killing started from November 1st. After the Indian Prime Minister Indira Gandhi was shot on October 31st, and she was the one who ordered the attack on Sikh Vatican, Darbar Sahib, in June 1984. And after her death, the mob even came to our house in New Delhi, attacked our house, burned our cars. Our businesses were vandalized just because we belong to the Sikh faith. And this doesn't happen just to me, but happened to thousands of other people. More than 30,000 people were killed brutally during that phase. First responders and police who we rely upon to save our life, they were told not to interfere during that phase of time. Sikh places of worship were vandalized. I'm very thankful to our state senator, CATHY Austin, and our state rep, Kevin Ryan, as well, who have shown their support to the Sikh community and who have shared their resentments in a very positive way by recognizing one day. Because Sikhs are living in Connecticut more than 40 years, and they are living in the United States more than 100 years, but still, nobody have recognized them. So I think it's a very positive step that we all gonna take forward. One other major reason I want to clarify that it wasn't riots, because Indian government, in order to protect their elected official, say it was riots and try to make it communal fight between Hindus and Sikhs, but it wasn't. One of my family member was saved by our Hindu neighbor. And we know My best friend belongs to a Hindu family. My real brother married to a woman from Hindu faith, so it's nothing like that. I want to clarify that. That's why we use term genocide, because it was pre-planned, it was supported, it was initiated by the government. So this will be very wrong if we call it as some kind of violence or communal thing, because it wasn't the communal thing. Just for the purpose, so we feel comfortable doing what we are trying to do, Ontario, which is one of the biggest states in Canada, has already declared it as a genocide. And they have given so many citations and proclamation in different parts of the country. We have done the same thing in the United States as well. City of Norwich has done that. Town of Southampton has done that. And we even got citation from the General Assembly of Connecticut as well on past November. And I think moving forward, whenever we have some kind of minority in our state, we should understand who they are, where they are from, what are their resentments, how we can make them feel that now if you have chosen this as your home, we are with you. And this is your home and we stand with you firmly. Another reason that after 9/11 there were so many hate crimes on Sikh community just because the way they look. So I think it will be really important for us so we recognize Sikh community. In that way, our fellow Americans can also know who Sikhs are, where they're from, why they are even here. They are here so they can feed their family, they can live peacefully, they have freedom of faith. And just for another education purpose, we have a concept of langar, free kitchen. We have 5 gurdwaras, Sikh temples in Connecticut. They feed over 100,000 people, and we don't get any federal grant to do that every year. And this is one positive step. This is dark spot in the history of world, especially India, and I think by recognizing this day, we not just be providing closure to one family, we are providing closure to millions of families all across the globe. It is very important that we show them our support, and this will be one thing we can do it. And this will provide community with the exposure that they will need, so the demand of Sikh nation, Sikh homeland, Khalistan, people can get to know in a positive way why they are fighting for their homeland and what are the reasons for it. We will also like to take this bill to the national level, and we are working closely with our national leaders and our national senators, federal senators. So we hope if you have any questions, I will be able to answer them. I have a whole group of people who are doing their job in a very positive way, belong to various national institutions as well. And I'll be more than happy if you have any questions for me. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you for your patience today. Very distinguished group in the front row all day, and we're glad to have you here today. You mentioned something that there's misinformation about the description of what happened in October 31st to November 3rd of 1984. And so as you were speaking, I Googled a Sikh genocide, and it brought me to Wikipedia. Now, that's only a resource. I don't consider that to be the Britannica, which is what I grew up with. But the title of the article is 1984 Anti-Sikh Riots.
Yes, that's
And
why.
so what is the
Okay.
what is
so
the confusion
basically,
there?
it's the terminology. Government is trying to protect their people, so it doesn't look that it was done through elected officials. But how somebody know that after 5 doors it's a Sikh household? They were given voter list, so people, the mob, know where Sikh households are. They know which businesses belong to Sikhs. And they were given all the equipment. They even had people taken out of the jail, the criminals, to do all this stuff. And they hired paid people to do all this. And the people and the politicians who did all this, they are given highest positions. Even till now, they're trying to save them. Even though we have all the proofs, Sikh community have all the witnesses, still they are trying to save. So this was one thing to show the world, that we can show the world it was a communal fight and it wasn't nothing to do with anything with the government. But that's not true. And that's why the appropriate word is genocide. It was pre-planned. It was financed through government resources, and the elected officials ordered this. And now we have enough proofs. Even I have bought a recent constitutional and legal challenges faced by religious minorities in India. This was the report which was submitted to US Commission on International Religious Freedom. And it is really funny that this group was even denied a visa to India, which is very shameful that our United States, one of our people United States were denied visa because they know if they go to India, they will do their math and they will bring result in front of public. But this report was still submitted to United Nations, and we have the copy for you. For more information about 1984, we have this booklet, and it has been authorized by Amnesty International as well. So there are various human rights groups which has already worked on this, and now Sikh community after 30-35 years have enough proof and enough documentation to show the world that this was genocide. And if somebody has to start from zero, he lost his family, he is going through trauma, he don't have any financial resources, first thing for him will be how I can feed my family. So this is what community did for past 30-35 years. And now they have back on track, and now they are trying to fight for justice in a positive way under United Nations guidelines through referendum or through reports or through these kind of recognitions. So we can tell world what really happened. And we still have people who are traumatized after all this. And if we don't stand with them and we don't even accept what happened to them, how they will get the closure? So this was my thing, and that's why we are trying to get this recognition at the state level and eventually at the national level. So we can provide closure to the families, and we can even do justice to our Hindu friends and neighbors who saved us at that time.
Thank you very much. Questions from members of the committee? Representative Devlin.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So I was doing the same thing, and what I came up with was Medium, and a piece by Dilpreet Singh that talks about this genocide, and I have to say, reading it, I was absolutely astounded. So first of all, thank you very much for, I think, bringing this also to our attention. Rep. McCarthy-Vahey and I she serves on it, I was there testifying with a constituent in the Education Committee just last week, and they were talking about the Holocaust and the significant efforts by some to kind of erase that ever happened, and the importance of awareness and education, and also supporting building tolerance and understanding. So I just want to say thank you for both. Well, you have been here all day, and it's been a pleasure to be able to see you all. But thank you for bringing this to our attention. I hope we can move this forward.
Yep. Thank you.
I also want you to know that they have been not only just your average community partner, but great community partners, have done a lot of work in the community of Norwich and Southington and other areas in the state of Connecticut, but they've also served in the armed forces and have always done what they could to serve this nation that provided them with a modicum of protection, but not a recognition. And we believe, both Representative Ryan and myself believe, that there should be a recognition of what happened so that we can correct an ill in the world's history. So.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Senator Austin.